welcome back to the channel. My name is Lauren if you're new here. If you're not new, you may recognize this face. This is Ritzy. He's probably going to be joining us for this video. I've been gone for a week. I have been traveling for work and he's been very needy. He missed his mama. It's pretty cute, but also a little annoying because it's hard to film stuff when he's on my lap, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Also, if you've been here before, you probably know that I have not reviewed a palette in what seems like a hot minute. Yeah, I have not been buying a lot of palettes this year, not because there hasn't been a bunch that have caught my attention, but just because I have been trying to be a little more conscious of what I spend my money on and if I really need something. And the majority of the palettes coming out, I have just decided that some of them are really pretty and I want them, but I don't need them. And that has changed with this palette. One, because I love the brand, and two, because I get sucked in by anything sea themed. So what are we talking about today? Obviously, you know, you read the title, but we are talking about the Beauty Below palette from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. This is a murky siren-y palette, and it's supposed to be kind of the companion palette to their Lure palette, which is one of my all-time favorite palettes from Blend Bunny. This is the inside of the Beauty Below palette, where it's definitely a much darker, much murkier palette than the Lure palette, which I'll put up here so you can see what the Lure palette looks like. It's like the happy Barbie sea Barbie. Yeah, sea Barbie version, while this is the more siren-y and dark version. Also, Blend Bunny has moved away from doing their palettes in a gradient layout, and I actually miss that. I actually really liked when they were doing the gradient layout. I understand they wanted to do something different. Totally get it, but I kind of wish this was in gradients too. I think it would have looked so cool. But that's okay. That's okay. That's just a little nitpicky thing. The Lure palette from Blend Bunny is, again, one of my favorite palettes from them. Okay, thanks, kitty. See, it's gonna be a nightmare filming with him on my lap. But again, it's worth it. It's fine. Now, the reason I decided to buy this palette is, again, the Lure palette is one of my favorite palettes. The Blend Bunny formula is on point as always. It's easy to blend out. It's easy to apply. And just the colors are kind of my colors. Like, I like the purple. I like the aquas. I like the greeny blues, which is what aqua is. Just to warn you, I took like a 4-hour nap today. I was tired and I don't think my brain has fully recovered from said nap, but we're working on it. This is gonna jumpstart my brain reviewing this palette, hopefully. So I just think we should do some swatches. I haven't done swatches in a while and I kind of miss it and I wanna see how this palette swatches. And then we're gonna do a look with it and just do something fun. Yeah. Also, I'm wearing my salty sweater. I thought that fit the theme really well. We're doing an ocean vibe. So yeah, let's do some swatches. I'm gonna just set it to music and kind of fast track it. And then yeah, let's get into the look.
My heart rages around like an ocean in my head, because there are so many things that I left unsaid. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that it's not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, know I'll find you in my dreams.
There is one thing I always worry about with darker palettes is that they don't have enough light colors, but I think after swatching it, It does seem to be a pretty good mix of lighter colors and some really deep dark colors. I just like, I can't do a full face or full eye look of dark colors because it ages me so badly. So we are going to start with, I really do kind of want to do a blue look today. The blue is calling me. So I think I want to start by going into Watery Grave. I think with this one, I just really like this color. It's like a gray blue color. So I'm just putting it on my upper eyelid for right now. And that's just a really pretty periwinkle color. I like that a lot. Now, let's see, Abyss, I think is the one I wanted to go into next. And I'm gonna put that just in kind of my crease, I think. I don't wanna go too heavy with it. I'm a little worried because it is a super dark color and I don't wanna get carried away. And sometimes I do get carried away. Okay, so we are dealing with some fallout. I'm a little scared to touch it because it's dark. Yeah, we got more fallout on this side too. Now, I think I want to go into Pulled Under and just put that shimmer on the outer edges of my eyes. And we are going to use the finger for this. And then because this look is already pretty dark, I think it would benefit from going into something a little bit lighter. So let's go into Lull and Slay and put that over the rest of my eye. And I think I'm going to attempt to use a brush to see how the shimmers apply with brush. I don't know why I even bother. I think when it comes to shimmers, my finger is just where it's at. And then I do want to put something underneath the waterline as usual. It's funny, I typically don't put anything under my waterline if I'm like getting ready for work or anything. It's just for videos. That's okay. That's okay. But we're going to go into Beware the Mermaid. One, because I need to try this color on my eyes. And two, it seemed like a really nice light green. I think this is good. I'm going to put on some mascara and eyeliner to finish it all up and then come back and see how we feel about the look. Okay, this is the finished look with mascara and eyeliner. What do we think? I set out to do something, you know, stormy, siren-y, something that fits the theme. And I think this look fits the theme. I feel like a stormy siren. Siren. I will say this look is a lot darker than what I've been going for lately, but I kind of like it. I like the moody vibes it's giving. And again, I think it fits the theme of the palette, and that's what I set out to do. I wanted to do a look that really encompassed what I thought the palette was. I think this works. But what I really want to do is talk about my final thoughts about this palette. So the Beauty Below palette, what do we think? Now, again, there are a lot of dark colors in here, heavily pigmented colors, which is great, but I probably won't be using them super often. I thought Cursed, this like shimmery black color, is so pretty, and I need to figure out how to use it as eyeliner because I want it all over my face. But some of the darker colors are just pretty dark for what I have been going for lately. I've been going for kind of one and done looks, really. I've been using a lot of eye pencils, but I can tell you Lull and Slay, Immerse, actually any of the shimmers are great one and done shimmers. Like you put this on your face and you're ready to go, again, with the exception of Cursed, because that's so dark. A Deadly Fate is really dark too. So maybe not those two, but everything else. I think anything else, it's gonna fit what I have been going for lately, or for more of a halo eye. So pulling in Watery Grave, doing a little halo and filling it in with any of the shimmers, I think is gonna look fantastic. We only used a handful of colors, but I think they worked really well. With Blend Bunny, what I like to do with the mattes is I like to pat them into my eye and then kind of work on blending them out very softly. If I go too hard blending them out, I feel like it leaves patchiness a little bit. And I think that's just because these are very pigmented colors. So it works really well patting them in, working with them as if they were pressed pigments, and not, you know, blending them into oblivion. You could do a little bit of blending, but for me, I've just found that's the technique that works for me with Blend Bunny. And of course, using my finger for the shimmers, it just works best, okay? The one color that I really wanted to play with that we didn't get to is Irresistible. I think it's such an oceany, beautiful aqua color. I want to put it all over my face. I just thought this was, and still think, I think this is a beautiful palette. I am a fan of it. I think it performed really well. I love the colors. Again, I do wish that it had the gradient layout. So all the purples in a row going from light to deepest. I just love the gradient layouts that she's done in the past. And I think it really helps you put together a look if you're having a hard time too, because those gradients really work as like, you just go down the line and you're good to go. You can't do that in a layout like this. I mean, you could come up with some pretty funky looks. It actually might be pretty cool, but for the most part, that's why I really liked the gradient ones. It kind of helped you decide what to do if you were having issues trying to figure that out. Overall, I would say this is a beautiful palette. It's a great mix of lighter and darker colors. We've got like some just gorgeous shimmers, some that are more pigmented, some like Immerse, which I feel like work more as a topper. They don't have a whole lot of base pigment to them, but some do. Like Mesmerizing is mesmerizing. Like it's gonna be a beautiful, just one and done shadow. And I do like that they have like pairs that work really well together. So even though they're not doing the gradient layout, most of the ones that are right next to each other, I think work really good as duos. Maybe not these two, that might be the only exception. But honestly, like looking at these, I think any of these duos would work really well together. So again, it kind of like if you're having an issue deciding what to do on your face, that helps a lot for me. Anyways, it's a beautiful palette. I'm really glad that I got this one. I love Blend Bunny. I love the theme. Give me dark, stormy, murky mermaids, sirens any day, and I will probably get the palette. That is the vibe that I love so much. Even if I don't always wear that vibe on my face, it's in my heart. Overall, absolutely love this palette. I'm glad that this is, yeah, the first palette that I've picked up in 2025. That's crazy. It's already March. So yeah, and I think it was worth it. So let me know your opinions down below. Is this a palette that you're going to be picking up, or did you pass on this palette? Let me know. I want to hear from you, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.